We continue our series, Eye on AI, with a focus on school, examining its role and risk in the classroom. How are students and teachers using AI? What do growing guidelines say about that use? One thing we know for sure, AI use in classrooms, it's growing quickly. We have some numbers here. 85% of teachers and 86% of students used AI in the 2024-2025 school year. This is all according to the Center for Democracy and Technology. 54% of students reported using AI weekly. 25% say they used it every day, and I'm sure we're going to see those numbers increase this school year. I would like to bring in someone who's an expert on this topic, Amanda Bickerstaff, founder and CEO of AI for Education. Amanda, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
So a lot of parents are terrified about the use of AI in classrooms. A big concern is that AI will weaken really important skills that students need, like writing and reading comprehension. And we know you go into schools and teach about the adoption of AI. How are you tackling this, and how are you training students?
Well, the first thing is we start with teachers and leaders, because it's incredibly important to have the teachers and leaders feel confident about not just the tools, but the ethical adoption of these tools. We're all learning together, which is a fascinating moment. Like, no one really is an expert today on AI and education. And so we really focus on what are these tools, how do they work, like the limitations, as well as opportunities. And I think that that's something that's we really appreciate about the work that we get to do, because before we ever get to students, we're really working with the leaders and the teachers to figure out just what is the best implementation, if at all.
And you told me that you tackle what you say is an AI misconception, that AI is only for cheating when it comes to students, and you think that that misconception leads students to maybe hide their use of AI or stop using it. Can you explain that and what you're seeing?
Absolutely. I think that what we've heard so much is that AI is only for cheating, to the point where students are really starting to internalize the negative rhetoric. And either one of two things. One is they're hiding use. And when they hide use, it's going to be something where they have no support, no training on it, and also could be using these tools in damaging ways, not just for their schoolwork, but for their mental health and well-being. We also see that other students are avoiding all AI use, even those in high school that are going on to college or college into career. And so by, making this so negatively connected to cheating, it ends up being something where we're not being transparent, we're not having real discussions about what's happening, so that we can create a more responsible and safer use of these tools.
So teachers reported that they saved about an average of 6 hours a week with the help of AI in a recent survey. How are you seeing teachers using AI the most right now?
Well, I would say that may be slightly overstated, because I think that what we're finding is that really good intentional AI literate use by teachers actually doesn't save you a ton of time. It just means that that time you're doing so much better for your students. You are upgrading instructional materials that are interactive and really engaging. You are translating and supporting your diverse students. You are getting to spend more time doing the things that really matter. And I think that that's why it gets so exciting for us when we see teachers really starting to adopt these tools, because it means that they get to do the work that they want the most, which is in classrooms, building relationships, and really having that moment of crystallization with young people where they learn and they find a love of learning.
All right, Amanda, we appreciate your time. Unfortunately, we're out of it, but I know we're going to keep in touch to talk about more. I do want to note that AI for Education, which is Amanda's company, has a free online AI literacy course for students and also a guide for parents. We put both of those on our website for you if you are interested in learning more. Well, this week we're continuing to talk all about artificial intelligence. Today, AI in schools. Earlier in the show, we looked at how students and teachers are using AI, the growing guidelines around it. But right now, much of the conversation centers on how to prevent students from using AI to cheat. Now, if we look at Chicago Public Schools, the district now has an AI guidebook on their website. It says that teachers can use a Gen AI detection software to identify potential plagiarism and spot a student's AI-generated work. But that same guidebook, it warns teachers to use that with caution, because the guide says that Gen AI can produce false positives. It can incorrectly flag student work and disproportionately affect English learners because of their language differences. It also says if teachers over-rely on this type of AI tool, it could lead to unfounded accusations against students, and we've seen that already. Another AI detection software is called CopyLeaks, and we have the company's founder and CEO joining us now. Alan Yemen, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So on copy leaks, anyone can put text into the site and it will determine if it was generated by AI. So how are schools using AI detectors like yours right now most?
So it's exactly that. Schools are integrating our solution to their learning management system. So they're already working with different tools where students are submitting works, assignments, tests online. And we're integrated with these tools. So everything that is being submitted is checked by CopyLeaks and authenticated. We're checking it for a few things, for AI first and foremost, but also for plagiarism. And we're seeing that a lot of the time, if content is AI created, it also contains very high levels of plagiarism, because if you think about it, AI does not just create content out of the sky, it's all based on existing materials. So we have the ability to check both AI and plagiarism to make sure that the student actually put in the work.
Well, we know some educators have told us here at CBS News that AI detection tools are not reliable enough. I want to point to that college student that sued Adelphi University in New York because it accused him of using AI to plagiarize. He said he didn't, and the Supreme Court actually just ruled in that student's favor and reversed the disciplinary measures. How are you navigating this big danger of AI detection as it continues to evolve?
Yeah, so because AI is relatively new to the generative AI levels that we're seeing today, we're seeing a lot of solution popping out, and they have different levels of accuracy and how they are addressing AI detection. So at CopyLeaks, we're really focused on making sure that we're showing results only with very high levels of confidence. And as I mentioned before, a lot of the time we'll also be able to include plagiarism there, because AI, again, plagiarizing itself. So we created a huge database of AI content, and we're comparing against that as well. And then, unlike other AI detectors, we're not just saying that content is created by AI, we're also able to show that it existed before and where it existed before. So I think it's very important for schools to decide who is the right partner for AI detection, as well as providing enough education for both teachers and students around how to work with these technologies and how to work with AI as a whole.
What's next for AI detectors when it comes to classrooms? What are you guys working on? Because I know, schools like the university that kicked the student out of school, they use an AI detection software to try and determine that.
Yeah, so for us, it's all around accuracy and confidence in the results. So we're providing more and more visibility around why something is detected as AI. So there are specific phrases that may be made our models think that something is AI. Or again, we've seen it before in AI content, and we're able to pinpoint to a specific paragraph that already existed before. So we want to make sure that it's not just saying something is AI, but also why something is AI, and provide full transparency and visibility around AI. Beyond that, we're also expanding outside of text. We at CopyLeaks added also an image AI detector, very relevant for academic institutions, as well as any one of us who's seeing an image
sorry to cut
in
you
social
off.
media.
We just got the wrap on time. I'm glad we got to talk about so much. We'll keep in touch on these other topics. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.